It's time to take you on a journey from land to sea. Get ready to explore the world with Out to Lunch on WRMN's Travel Tuesdays. On the first Tuesday of every month, we'll be your guide to the best vacation destinations, the hottest travel trends, special events, and so much more. So pack your bags and get ready to wander, because we're about to take you places you've always dreamed of. And now it's time for Travel Tuesdays on Out to Lunch with WRMN.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International here on WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you so much for joining in today. Of course, we do have here Shawna White, president of Cruises International, with us today. Thank you so much for joining us, and special guest Pat as well, too. Thanks so much for both joining with us today. How are you both doing?
Great.
Great. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. So, of course, folks, check out more information, cruisesinternational.com. You can explore all the vacation options, land and sea, for that smooth sailing experience. Check it out. That's cruisesinternational.com. You can find that there. Again, if you want to call and talk to a cruise and a vacation expert today, you can, of course. So let's get started here and talk a little bit about some pretty cool events that are coming up here. So we'll get started.
Yeah. So thanks so much, Matt, for having us. So I'm so excited to have Pat here with me from Special Olympics and Law Enforcement Torch Run. At Cruises International, we have such a great partnership with Special Olympics. Last year, we did a cruise with Special Olympics Illinois, and it was fantastic. And now we're so excited to be announcing that we're doing a law enforcement, LETR, Law Enforcement Torch Run cruise next year. I'm going to let Pat explain all of what that means and who they are. But at Cruises International, we're just so excited to have this wonderful partnership. We've been to so many of the events. And if you haven't yet, participated in the Duck Derby or, some of the wonderful things, the cop on the rooftop, all of the things that they do for our community and for the Special Olympics families, it is quite rewarding. So please, if you haven't, participate next time you see something. But I'll turn it over to Pat so he can kind of explain who they are and what they do, and we'll then talk about the cruise in a little bit.
Awesome.
Sure. Thank you, Shawna. The Law Enforcement Torch Run has been around since 1981, was founded by Chief Richard LeMunyon from the Wichita, Kansas Police Department. And its mission is to raise awareness and money for Special Olympics. The LETR is the largest grassroots fundraiser for Special Olympics. And since 1981, if you can believe this is just police officers, like Shawna said, standing on rooftops at Duncan, standing at your corner, doing the polar plunge, carrying the flame of hope through the streets. But since 1981, law enforcement officers around the world have raised over $1 billion with a B dollars for Special Olympics. So As a retired police officer, I've been involved in the torch run for 38 years. Now I serve on the board of directors for Special Olympics Illinois. So anything that we can do to help support our wonderful athletes and their families is so fulfilling and worthwhile. And I know I speak for all law enforcement officers who participate in the torch run around the world that it's just a wonderful event, and we're so happy to have this cruise opportunity to bring torch runners and law enforcement officers from all over the world on this wonderful cruise.
Yeah, and it's been great. We've just announced it out to the world, and at Cruises International, we've been getting a lot of great calls. It's, for the law enforcement torch run, but also they can bring their families. If you're part of Special Olympics in any way, or if you just want to give back, it's a great opportunity to cruise with other families and other people who, have the same values in mind.
Absolutely. So tell us a bit on how you guys connected. How did you guys find each other?
A couple years ago, I was invited to come to the Duck Derby downtown. A friend of mine through Royal Caribbean knew a friend here in Chicago, and we just started connecting and having conversations and really trying to figure out what more can we do? What the first cruise we did was really to just bring the athletes together. And every athlete that came on board, their parents were just so appreciative to be able to cruise with other families and be a part of such a wonderful thing that, maybe they weren't comfortable going on a vacation like that on their own. We were able to do a tour in the Bahamas with the local Special Olympics there, and we plan to do the same with the LETR. So it's really, it's just, getting people together and creating that camaraderie and being, part of a team and a family together.
Absolutely. It's a great way to meet up with each other and embark on the journey and get to connect with people too, especially during the summertime. The weather's so nice and people are they're on vacation. So, they're much more, I would say, the moods are a little bit more brighter and upbeat. So you get to talk to so many great people. And I think that's great that it's also for a really cool cause as well too. So could you share with us, Pat, a little bit on what inspired you to join in and become a, quote, I guess, guardian of the flame? Is that the term?
Sure. First of all, since Shawna mentioned the Duck Derby, I just bought my ducks, adopted some ducks this morning.
Nice.
Great.
So that is, now we're July, so it's next month, August, in downtown Chicago, big fundraiser for Special Olympics Illinois.
It's so fun. Oh my gosh, I've gone now 2 years in a row. It's just so fun. I think it's so great to get the whole Chicago together.
Yes,
so,
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So my story goes back to 1987. I was a brand new police officer in Rockford, Illinois, and in one of my first roll calls, and my lieutenant said, "Hey, I'm doing the torch run tomorrow. Anybody want to do that?" And as a brown-nosing rookie cop, said, "Yeah, pick me. I'll do it." I had no idea what that was. So that next morning, I ran. Of course, I'm just out of the academy. I was 22. I thought I was pretty fit, so I'm running with my lieutenant and two FBI agents who I thought were old men. They were probably in their 40s. But they said, "We're going to run from here, to Rockford," which was about 8 miles. I said, "I'm not running 8 miles. I just worked all night." So I ran my 2 miles. It was a hot morning like this, but I got a cool T-shirt. Unfortunately, I didn't have any shirts I was going to bring, but Matt, I'll send you a shirt.
Okay.
But that started a 38-year career in torch run, volunteering my time. For many years, it was just doing the run and then organizing my agency and then becoming a leg leader and organizing the Northern Illinois, all the torch runs, but then also getting involved in, people say, "Oh, when's the run?" Well, yeah, it's called the torch run, but it's a year-round fundraising event. So we have our signature polar plunge. We start off the year. We have the Cop on the Rooftop that we just did in May. Again, so many less. Plane pole's another big one. We're up to 3 now, but our big one's at O'Hare in September, partnering with United.
We should do that, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
We should go pull the plane.
You guys should get a
Always
team
wanted to
together.
go. We should get
That
a
would be
team
fun.
together.
It's a really great event, and I run one of the planes.
Okay,
so,
we want to be on your team.
yeah,
On your plane.
but just then going out. But really, I ran for many years, and then one day, someone said, "Hey, Pat, you should come down to the Special Olympics Summer Games down at Illinois State University," which we just had 2 weekends ago. And that we did we call the final leg. So all 23 legs from around the state ran down to Bloomington Normal. And then we all gathered together and ran one leg to the Redbird Stadium. And then once the sun went down, we lit those 23 plus a first one, 24 torches, and ran into that packed stadium of athletes and families with the lights off, and we're holding the torches. I mean, it was just life-changing. And since then, I brought my children who are now in their 20s, but they would come in and run. But just to hear all these athletes and their families cheering for just a bunch of cops, it really is moving. So I try to, I've, over the years, grabbed new officers who I want to get involved and said, you got to come down to the games. And also, first time I ever put a medal around an athlete, a gold medal, this little girl jumped off the stage right into my arms. And I'm in full uniform. And that's another thing, when I was trained as a police officer, you're like, don't even shake anybody's hand because they could get you in a takedown grip. And well, when you're involved in Special Olympics, there's no handshaking, there's hugs. Hugs and kisses. And so it's really neat to see these big, burly police officers in uniform, and a Special Olympics athlete comes up and they bend down and they hug them, and it's so rewarding and self-fulfilling.
That event is so emotional and so, like you said, so rewarding. I mean, there's nothing really like it. You can't explain it. The Summer Games and how they all come together, and you can watch everybody running in with their torches, and just seeing the families being a part of that. It's just so wonderful. It's just such a wonderful organization. I definitely left that weekend very moved.
Absolutely. I think it's so cool because you're going on vacation, then you also get to experience an event like this too. I mean, that really amplifies the experience too. And like you said, it's very heartwarming too. So you can even, come back with these memories and tell people about, all of this. And people will be like, maybe I'd be interested in trying that next time. So
yeah. So the cruise is in July, and we are doing some donation, which is great. So each participant that is coming on the cruise will be donating. And then Cruises International and Royal Caribbean will also be donating back to the local LATRs. So we're here in Illinois, which we have a chapter here in Illinois, but we're getting calls and bookings from all over the U.S. and actually the world. And so we will be able to, distribute those donations back to their local chapters, which is really great because that's where they make the most of their differences.
Absolutely. So it's great. So great for the community too. I think that's fantastic. So tell us a little bit here too. I know that we have a couple different things. Cruising the Bahamas with your Torch Run family. I know that we've got a couple different things here. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of those?
Yeah. So the cruise is on July 20th of 2026. So a little over a year away, but this is a perfect time to book. So if you're not sure about cruising and this is maybe your first time, what better way to cruise with a whole bunch of your friends? And maybe they're going to be acquaintances in the beginning, but best friends by the end. So it leaves out of Miami. It's going to go to Perfect Day Coco Cay, which is the Royal Caribbean private island. And this
Fantastic.
It's a destination in itself. I mean, if I could only just go to Perfect Day, I would be okay. There's just so much to do. There's so many included items. There is some adults only areas for exclusive pricing. But there's a huge lagoon, swimming pool, a swim up bar, beaches galore. Your drink pack package works on the island. Just saying, I know it's only 11 o'clock, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And so it's just a great opportunity to relax, put your feet in that ocean, and enjoy time together. I'm sure when we get a little bit closer, we'll be setting up some volleyball games, some basketball games, some different things. Then we'll have a full day at sea, and we'll have some different events for the people on board, the participants on board to maybe do a scavenger hunt, or karaoke is always big. Everybody loves karaoke. So we'll do that. And then we will be going to the Bahamas. So in the Bahamas, we are trying to organize a mini torch run. Do you want to maybe just briefly on that one?
Well, and one thing about this, I told Shawna, I've actually been on Wonder of the Seas 3 years ago. At that time, it was Royal Caribbean's largest ship. It's now been surpassed, I think, 3, maybe 4 times. Yeah. But I also took this same Bahamas trip another time.
So you're the pro. You'll be the cruise director.
So I know the ship. I know Coco Cay. I know where I'm going to go with it. I already told my wife, and I know Nassau because I think it was 2015, the Law Enforcement Torch Run had the international conference at the resort there. So, and the Bahamas has a strong Special Olympics and LETR program. So we're counting on them to arrange a torch run somewhere around the resort or around the area there. They're very welcoming. Like I said, when we were there, they just rolled out the red carpet for us. So, and the wonderful ship has a track too. So maybe we'll do a little mini one right there.
Got to warm up, right?
Yeah,
got to warm up on that day at sea before you.
And it's going to be July in the tropics. We should probably try to get some ice and do a polar plunge.
Yeah, I love it. We'll freeze one of the pools over and just put all the ice. Maybe that'll be after the torch run in the Bahamas. We'll come back to an ice full of
instead of the hot tub, we'll make it a cold tub.
So. There you go. I'm gonna put in that request right now. So then it is round trip Miami. So we're looking at getting a hotel so that everybody can come in and, just make sure they're there safe to get on the ship. It is for families. So if you are, if maybe a family member of yours is part of Law Enforcement Torch Run, but you're the brother, sister, the neighbor, the cousin, and you've always wanted to go. This is just a great opportunity to see what this organization is all about. We're looking for a good group. I think it's going to be really great.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, this is so exciting. So folks, if you want to check out more information, you can, cruisesinternational.com. We'll also make sure to provide this link directly on our YouTube channel once this is posted, and also on our Facebook page as well too.
Great. Yep. Yeah. So it's actually 1-800-ALLSHIPS.com. Okay. You can call us at Cruises International. We have a flyer, but it is 1-800-ALLSHIPS.com. And if you call 1-800-ALLSHIPS, that is our phone number too. It's just a little easier to remember. We do have an email address that's 1-800-ALLSHIPS@cruisesinternational.com as well, just to kind of keep it all together. But of course, you can always reach us at the office, and every advisor is ready to talk to you about the torch run.
And I booked mine, and they're Gina that helped me was phenomenal. Just such great people there. So,
well, thank you. We're excited.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I mean, this cruise, it's going to be setting sail. Let's see, July 20th is the embarkment there starting at 4 p.m. from Miami, Florida. So join them for the meetup at 6:15 to kick off the journey together. You've got Coco Cay. And then, how do you pronounce it? Is it Nassau?
Nassau.
Nassau.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm horrible at pronouncing things, but
it's okay.
Nonetheless, if you pronounce it wrong, you can still enjoy the vibrant sights there. So that's fantastic.
And the ship is great. Like Pat was saying, the ship is one of the newer ships. I believe it came out in 2018, 2019. So it's one of the brand new ships. It's got all the bells and whistles. If you've never cruised, this would be the most amazing first cruise ever. It has the aqua theater. It has the ice skating shows. I think
it has 15 decks.
Yeah, there's several pools, hot tubs. The entertainment is bar none.
Wow. An ice skating rink on the cruise.
Yes. So
I've never heard of that before.
They do an ice show, and at night, it's amazing. They've just revamped it. I was on last summer, and it's an amazing show. it's just amazing to see them out there, and you're like, wow, we're in the middle of the ocean, and these people are, on chairs and twirling and throwing people up into the air on skates. So there's a show you can watch every night, and then if you bring long pants, you can also give yourself a try at ice skating at sea.
Ooh, that would be one for the books.
Yeah. Well, the water show I feel is my favorite. What about you, Pat? Did you like the water show?
Yeah, just I get so nervous watching them dive into that little pool from such heights.
They are so high up, and they are diving into this pool, and you're like, they're not going to make it. They're not going to, there's no way this pool is deep enough. But you're in the middle of the ocean, the sun is setting, and it's just, I'm always the first person at the show because I want the best seat. I love the water show. I could see it every night.
I tell you, the food and, everybody talks about a cruise ship, and you have the amazing buffet, which is phenomenal. But the dining room for dinners is phenomenal. But then they have all these specialty restaurants on there too. And I know my wife and I hit up 3 or 4 of them. Just spectacular.
They have like a tapenaki, like a hibachi.
Yep. That was excellent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's so fun. You have to try it at least once.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so cool. And even too, I mean, if there's sometimes days where you're like, I just kind of want to hang out in the suite a little bit or in the room, you can also do that as well too.
Sure.
Rooms are very comfortable.
Yeah.
The room we booked had a balcony, which is nice just to chill out before we go to dinner, and then maybe right at the end of the night. But I'm very impressed with the comfort of the rooms, and the bathroom's a little small, but it is a cruise ship, but it's very functional.
Right.
One person at a time, you're fine.
Exactly.
Actually, when I remember going on a cruise when I was a little kid, I kind of liked the smaller bathroom. I was like, oh, this is like, I don't know, it sounds weird. It's kind of cozy. But nonetheless, still, folks, check it out. 1-800-ALL-SHIPS for more information. And this is the LETR cruise. That's July 20th through till the 24th. It is going to be quite a fun event to go to. Oh my goodness, I didn't even scroll all the way down here. I apologize.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just stayed in this area.
Oh, it's okay. So those are the different categories there. We've got an ocean view balcony, like Pat was just talking about. I highly recommend it. I don't know about you guys, but one person in the family always wants to take a midday afternoon nap or something. I love being able to go out on my balcony and read a book, or just enjoy the ocean, breathing the ocean. But if you're looking for just an ocean view or an inside cabin, we definitely have those as part of the group as well.
Even just the ocean view cabin. I love the windows on here.
Yeah, it's like a little porthole.
Yeah, I think that is really cool. The seating looks very comfortable. The beds look very comfortable for the interior cabin. And of course, you also get to enjoy all the amenities on the ship. So you get to enjoy the package that is included in there, all these good things that you'll be able to check out for yourself. So definitely, please feel free to book this today. I highly recommend it. 1-800-ALL-SHIPS, or visit 1-800. It's www.1800allships.com for more information. Yes, absolutely. This looks it looks fantastic. And I mean, when you go onto the water there too, I'm sure that the weather is just going to really amplify that experience itself too. So
yeah, and this ship is so big. One day we did have some rough seas, but it's a nominal effect. So one of my friends says, well, I'm not going to do it because I get really seasick. I'm like, it was big seas, and you did not feel it. I mean, maybe a little bit. You'd say, what was that? I thought maybe I had too much to drink, but no, my wife said, no, that's just the ship moving. But it's so massive. And we also, if you want to come back down the day before July 19th, we're working with a hotel there, and we're working with Florida Special Olympics and LETR to have like a welcome event. So trying to kick off the cruise, and then the next day venture on over and get on the ship.
There you go.
Start the party.
We'll be back with more in just a bit. Stay tuned.
Thanks. I know.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Progressive. Follow the Yellow Brick Road to the Hemmons Cultural Center on July 13th for Elgin Summer Theater's production of The Wizard of Oz. Reserved seating tickets will be available soon. You can keep an eye on for updates and, of course, contact the Hemmons Cultural Center for further information. State Representative Suzanne Ness of Crystal Lake has helped secure over $2 million in state funding for a range of local projects in District 66. Key appropriations include $400,000 for improving water and sewer systems along the Fox River in Carpentersville, and $200,000 for necessary culvert and curb repairs in Sleepy Hollow. The Gowns for Good sale is returning to the Haight in Elgin on July 13th through the 15th, offering unique opportunities to purchase deeply discounted dresses while supporting local nonprofits. Shoppers by appointment can browse hundreds of bridal formwear and gala gowns. All proceeds benefit the YWCA of Elgin. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
This weekend is what summer's all about, and Macy's July 4th sale starts tomorrow with deals on everything you need to celebrate. Hosting? Turn your backyard into a party destination with 40 to 50% off outdoor entertaining. Beachbound? Turn heads in this season's hottest swimsuits, sundresses, and more. Get away with the kids? Superpower their summer with 25 to 60% off toys from Nerf. Plus, don't miss Macy's 4th of July fireworks live on NBC and Peacock. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, sunny with a high near 86. This afternoon, sunny with a high near 86. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 64. Tomorrow, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m., mostly sunny with a high near 89. Currently, it is 80 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
This weekend is what summer's all about, and Macy's July 4th sale is going on now with deals on everything you need to celebrate. Hosting? Turn your backyard into a party destination with 40 to 50% off outdoor entertaining. Beachbound? Turn heads in this season's hottest swimsuits, sundresses, and more. Get away with the kids? Superpower their summer with 25 to 60% off toys from Nerf. Plus, don't miss Macy's 4th of July fireworks live on NBC and Peacock. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Welcome back, folks, to Travel Tuesdays here on WRMN AM 1410. We've got Shawna White here, president of Cruises International. Of course, if you want to experience smooth sailing when it comes to your vacation planning. Of course, speak to a cruise and vacation expert today. Visit their website. That is 1-800-ALLSHIPS.com. You can contact them. 1-800-255-7447. That is 1-800-ALLSHIPS. That's what it spells out. There you go.
Yeah. It's great.
Very, very cool. So let's continue on here. We'll talk a little bit more about the LETR cruise, kind of wrap that up a little bit here. So,
So we're just really honored, to be a part of this. But as Pat was saying, if the seas are rough, or if maybe, like I said, you haven't cruised before, and you're concerned about maybe some of that, please do reach out to us. Our advisors have all the tips. Like, did you know you're supposed to eat a green apple if you're feeling seasick?
Really?
Yeah. So, getting fresh air. There's all sorts of tips. There's now, little bands you can put on, see things on your thing. But as Pat said, these ships are very big. So even the little motion you're going to feel, most likely you're not going to have that seasick feeling. Not like deep sea fishing off the coast of Mexico. Nothing like that, in those little boats. So if that is a concern of yours, please do reach out to our advisors and we'll walk through those different concerns. If you're a Special Olympics family and you're looking, to understand how that will work for you, if you have special needs for yourself, or maybe it is a wheelchair or something of that nature, please just make sure when calling, you talk to our advisor, and we can make sure that this is the best trip for you and that you're comfortable, and that they can accommodate all of your special needs. But the cruise lines have been so amazing. Royal Caribbean is great. They have a Autism at Sea, and all of their camp counselors are trained in autism. And so if you have a child with autism and, not sure if this is going to be the right thing, again, just mention it to us so we can, talk with the cruise line, make sure that, they'll have somebody on board and that we'll make sure it's the best trip for your kiddo. But it's really, a cruise is so great for everybody. If you don't want to get off the ship at all because you just want to get there, enjoy company, enjoy friends and family. You don't have to get off the ship, which is kind of cool because 90% of the people do get off the ship. A couple of times in Nassau, I've just stayed on, and my kids love the pool, and they were able to swim. And
a lot more room on the ship when it's docked.
Yeah. So, any of those concerns, please, still reach out. We would love to talk with you about those concerns. And the cool thing is that we've, we're promoting this so early. It's over a year away. Your final payment is not going to be due until April. So if you're like, gosh, I really want to go, but I'm just not sure if it's in the budget this year, we can do that initial deposit up front. And then we could do payments all the way until April of next year. So you can pay as low as $100 a month, and it really does help make that trip very affordable for you. It's one of those trips that you don't want to miss out on. So for sure, if it's something you're interested in, I would book, because I do feel this will sell out. Right now, it's been less than a week, and we have, what did I say, Pat, 21 cabins already booked?
And 60 more inquiries.
Yes, and we've had over 60 inquiries already, and that's just been in a week. So that's really great. So we're hoping to, sell out the space that we have.
And you said from around the world, too, you've been getting people. That's awesome. That's really good.
So...
Yeah, the Torch Run has over 158,000 law enforcement officers from around the world. So I've been fortunate for the last 9 years to sit on what's called the International Executive Council. So there's 33 of us from around the world, and I'm a regional coordinator, Region 4. So I have Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, and Kentucky that I represent those Torch Run programs. But we've got a member from Australia. Our former chairman of the council was from Sydney, Australia. We have Taiwan, Ireland, the Netherlands.
I met some people from Jamaica. I was just going to say,
Natalie is our regional coordinator down there.
Yeah.
All the states, 2 Canadians. So really is this international feel. So our conference calls, Poor James in Taiwan has to be up at 5 a.m. It's 4 o'clock Central, and then others are getting ready to go to bed. So the Australians and James are the next day. So it's really great, and I think we have our international conference in Minneapolis this October. I think we'll get a big, Shawna and her staff have been in the last 3 conferences we have. And we're averaging, 12 to 1,300 police officers from all over the world coming to the international conference. So we'll do a big push there. And a lot of our athletes have accessibility issues, and the staff, I can speak to Royal Caribbean because that's the only cruise line I've ever used. So many opportunities, even Coco Cay and their excursions, they have accessibility, taking account those with accessibility issues. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, for sure. It really is. A cruise is a vacation for everybody. Mom can go get a spa treatment, and the kids can be at the pool, all the fun things.
What I love about this too is both law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics and Cruises International make such big impacts in the lives of so many people, and when you combine that together, it's even larger.
Such a great partnership.
So
I think we have to thank Dave Breen. Dave's the former president and CEO of Special Olympics Illinois, and he really was great in
Dave's amazing.
Building partnerships and started the one last year.
Yeah, for sure. It was our initial contact, and he's still a great friend and just wonderful connections.
That's awesome. Now I got to ask you, as someone, I do the Out to Lunch show, so I always like to talk about food and drinks. What are some of your favorite dishes or drinks that you've had on this before?
I tell you, there's one restaurant on this, and it's the Alice in Wonderland thing. It's called Wonderland, I believe.
Yes, it's called Wonderland.
All the staff is dressed in the characters. Some amazing. And the makeup. They must spend an hour just doing the makeup before the regular shift. But I can't remember the food was. I know, but we were sitting next.
It's unique. It's very unique. Like it'll be like cotton candy on top of like a meat or something, and you're like, I don't know, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and our waiter was the Mad Hatter. He was just over the top and in character, and made some great recommendations. Of course, the 2 guys sitting next to us, they got their food, so we asked them how it was, and my wife ordered that. I ordered something else, but that's one of several. Themed restaurants that they have with just the food is just amazing, and just the buffet. I mean, you won't go hungry. I mean, whether you're a vegan or you're full carnivore like me, there's everything there for everybody. And, the kids are lining up at the ice cream station.
Free ice cream.
Yeah, free ice cream.
There you go.
My son makes, he tries it like, how many can I get today? Like, let's cut it off at 3.
And all the amazing drinks. So it's one thing about you wherever you look, there's a bar set up just short, so you don't have to wait. And the staff there is great. I love their name tags that tell you where they're from all over the world. And,
that's awesome.
So wonderful. And the cool thing is also, Matt, even if you don't like to drink and you don't partake in alcohol drinks, there's mocktails now. It's really been quite a thing on cruises. So even if that's, not your thing, or you just don't want to that day, they have some amazing, virgin mocktails, which has been really fun to just see what they make and how tasty they are. And of course the virgin strawberry daiquiris and pina coladas and all of the cool drinks to keep you cool in those hot summer months.
Absolutely. When I think of like summer and cruising and vacationing, I do think of pina coladas.
Yes,
for sure.
How
That's
do you
like
not?
my go-to. Oh my goodness, so good. So
and some people. When I first heard of this, I'm like, July, leaving Miami, oh my! But I tell you, when you're out on the ocean, there's that wonderful breeze when you're up on deck, and you just find your spot, whether you want to get under an umbrella in the shade or under an overhang, or if you want to get those rays, you get that wonderful breeze. And occasionally you hope for a big fluffy cloud to come over to give you a break. But the pools are always there, and you can go into the solarium, so get out of the direct sunlight and just find a nice lounge chair and put your book on tape and then just go to sleep. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did it in July just so that we could accommodate, the teacher folk. And if you wanted to bring the family, it's really just a great time to get everybody together. And summertime seems to be a little bit more flexible for vacations. So.
Absolutely. So, folks, check this out. This is 1-800-ALLSHIPS.com. You can also visit their Facebook page as well. They do have a post from June 22nd. Honored to partner with Special Olympics and LETR, so you can also check that out there, too. Feel free to do so. Of course, we'll link this in the description once this interview is posted on YouTube and also to our Facebook page, too. So there you go.
Thanks so much.
Awesome. You're very welcome. Folks, we're going to take our last time out. We'll be back with more here on Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International here on WRMN AM 1410. We'll be back in just a bit.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp them all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
Everybody, welcome back to Travel Tuesdays here on WRMN AM 1410 with Cruises International. We've got Pat and Shawna here with us as well, too. Thank you so much for both of you joining in. Thank you to the listeners for joining in today on WRMN AM 1410. And again, of course, if you want to inquire more information on this, well, of course, we'll provide it to you afterwards. But tune in now or also check out 1-800-ALLSHIPS.com for more information. Call that cruise and vacation expert today for smooth sailing, advice, guidance, and peace of mind, and those unique experiences as well, too. Check that out. That is on 1-800-ALLSHIPS.com. Definitely cool to check out their website. And might I also add, too, very easy to navigate as well.
Oh, great.
That's
Thank
always
you.
very good, especially
Good to
for
know.
those who are not as tech savvy out there. The website's very easy to navigate. So I do recommend checking out Navigating to navigate for different navigations, I guess.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Well, thank you so much. So I just wanted to finish up a couple little things that we have going on at the office. Again, Cruises International is located in Hoffman Estates, so we're very local. We are open Monday through Saturday, and we have advisors that have been doing this for over 30 years. So if there's a destination or someplace that you've been dreaming about, chances are someone in my office has been there or has sent a client there, and we have rave reviews of where they've stayed or where they've cruised. So please do give us a call if you are local and you'd like to come in. We have advisors that, can make appointments with you, or if you'd like to do it over the phone, we're happy to do that as well. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So right now on our website, we do have our new vacation guide. So it is called the Explorer Travel Guide. If Matt maybe will pull that up for me. So this, if you are on our mailing list, you probably receive these in your home. But this is just such a great piece for you to decide, where do I want to go? Where is that bucket list destination that I've always been thinking about? What we do in here is we don't give you, the off-season pricing or the inside cheapest cabin. We're going to give you, the time you want to go, and maybe it is a little bit more expensive, but it's the best time to go. And we're going to give you that balcony cabin because we know, with being in business for over 46 years, we know that the balcony cabin is what you really want. Even though you're going to call and say, I want the cheapest thing, you really don't want the cheapest thing. So we've learned from experience that you want to learn, about new destinations, about new ships. And you want the best, value. It's not always about the price. It's about the value and experience, right? Everyone's looking for that Instagram-worthy experience. So if you didn't receive one of these in the mail and you'd like to receive one, please give us a call. We'd be happy to send one out in the mail to you. But in here, we go over different world cruises. I know we've talked about this before, Matt, but world cruises are really a thing, and people are taking them. When you see your neighbor down the street and you're like, gosh, I haven't seen the Joneses in a while. I wonder where they are. Chances are they're on a world cruise. So don't discount it. Your neighbors are doing world cruises. They're doing longer voyages. They're getting those things off of their bucket list. So there's world cruises in here. There's different things about expedition cruising. Expedition cruising has really become one of the top travel ways, I guess, travel experiences these days. And so people want that, experience. They want that small ship. They want to get into some unique places. So there's a whole bunch of different offers in here too on that. So lots and lots of information. If you want, you can just go to the website and click on it, and it is a PDF for you to review as well.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Or if you're a little bit more on the old-fashioned side of things, you can get it in your hands to have as well, too, and share it with others. So feel free to check it out. You can check out those different cruises that are out there. No matter which one you would like to try out, they do offer their included amenities in there.
Yeah, so we have exclusive pricing on a lot of different departures as well, where we're going to save you, pricing. We're going to save you money on a certain cabin, or maybe have some extras for you. So maybe some extra onboard credits, or a drink package, or something of that nature. But again, in our pricing, we do include that cruise rate, your taxes, And we do include your gratuities because, again, we know you need to pay for them. So we don't want those hidden fees. We're just going to include it all up front. And so you have it all pretty much all-inclusive pricing here. You know, there's always extras, but we want to make sure that you know pretty much what the bottom line will be.
And what's great too is with that pricing is it's important to note that, you know, you've got your you have the experience that goes with it too. So like you said, you know, going for the cheapest option isn't always going to be the greatest because you'll get more experiences, more amenities if you do go on something. So a little bit on the higher pricing there, but of course budgeting is important too. And don't forget also, they are so flexible when it does come to the payment options as well too.
Yeah,
so,
payment plans are huge.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't want anyone to ever think back and say, gosh, I wish I would have been able to do that, you know, and it really all just comes down to budgeting and planning for those dream vacations, because let's face it, we've worked hard and we deserve to see the world.
Absolutely. So book now and make those to make those payments as well too. Check out more information. That is at 1-800-ALLSHIPS.com for more information. Feel free to check that out. Don't forget they're also on Facebook, Cruises International, Vacations Land and Sea. You can check out all the fun things that are there too. And we've mentioned this many times before also. What I think is great is, of course, your vacation and travel experts. They are that vacation and travel experts. So they have been to so many of these different places before, different cruises, landmarks, all of these different expeditions. And so they can tell you their experiences and recommend it to you. So I think that that's what's really great too, is you can create the relationship of vacation and cruise expert and also you yourself who's planning for the vacation. And it doesn't really need to feel too much like a hassle, like you're talking, you know, through a small little peephole through a brick wall. I mean, they're there in front of you. They're talking to you. You get to create that relationship. So I do highly recommend doing it because it's you won't be disappointed. So.
Exactly. Thanks, Matt.
Of course.
Thanks. One last thing that I wanted to go over, if we have events. So if you go to our website, and at the top of our website, there is a thing called Explore Events. I just wanted to let you guys know that we also want to share the world with you, whether it's virtually or in person. And we found that there's no better way than doing events. And so our next event that is coming up is we are having American Cruise Line. They're going to be coming to our office and talking about, you know, the American Cruise Line. So these are cruises within the United States and Canada. And it's just such a unique experience. They have so much to offer. And it's just really a great thing. So there's so many events. We're having a virtual event every month, and we have some in-person events. So we're going to have a National Geographic virtual event, a Viking Cruise virtual event. We have some more planned for the rest of the year. But if you're ever looking to maybe just dream about a vacation and learn a little bit more, you can always check back to our events page or our Facebook page. And we would love to have you join us either in person or on our virtual events for sure.
Absolutely. Gotta love it there too. Yeah, that Explorer page is really nice. Learning about the American Cruise Line, National Geographic Journeys with G Adventures. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that you can, of course, experience and check out for yourself. And you don't want to miss out on these great opportunities, of course, to do so. So this has been fantastic as always here, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Shawna, for coming in again here for Travel Tuesdays. And of course, Pat for coming in as well too. And looking forward to talking more, of course. Check out more information again, 1-800-ALLSHIPS.com. Again, experience vacationing with smooth sailing as kind of, you know, that's kind of what I've been saying. Smooth sailing for vacation planning with those experts that are out there too. So please feel free. Call them today at 1-800-255-7447. That's 1-800-255-7447. Advice, guidance, peace of mind, and unique experiences. It's Vacations Land and Sea. That's Cruises International. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This does wrap it up for Travel Tuesdays. Until next time, and we'll be back into our other programming in just a bit. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Your car is making a strange noise. No matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949,